Hey guys, CR Classics here, welcome back to another video. Now, I can't exactly hide it anymore, or postpone it, or pretend like it's not here, because it is. This is our Tesla Model 3 long range that I know you've all heard me going on about. We've been waiting for it for the last 17 weeks, and we honestly didn't think we were going to get it anytime soon, considering what's going on in the world. But we've had a bit of a stroke of luck really. They called us up like the week before saying that we were going to get it on the Friday, although they said it might be pushed back to the Monday because it was added to the list at such short notice. But it actually came on the Friday, and you may be thinking, where's the handover video? Because I did promise you guys one where the Tesla guy goes through everything with us, and the whole handover process really. But we sort of thought that it really wasn't the best idea to sit in the car with someone, obviously this close with someone we didn't know and hadn't met before, for an hour or longer. Just didn't want to take the risk. So we thought, you know, we've watched a lot of videos on the car and we know how to drive it, how to set it up, so we thought we'd do it ourselves really, and just cut out the risk. There's three models. There's the standard range, which just has rear wheel drive and has slightly less mileage and slightly less performance. There's the dual motor, or the long range, which is what this one is, or there's the performance one, which I think you get slightly less mileage, less miles on electric than this one, but it's obviously quicker off the line. Different wheels, it's got a tiny little spoiler at the back, but it's the same car really, it's just a little bit quicker. But I mean, this one, from what I've felt, it's plenty quick enough. Alright, you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. That's it. I mean, 4.4 seconds is pretty ridiculous for a car that costs under 50 grand, I think anyway, and that is relatively comfortable. I mean, that is a sort of M3 Porsche 911 speed. But anyway, let's get into showing you some of the cool things about this car. So a lot of you may know, or you may not know if you haven't seen Teslas before, but you don't have a key as such. You can either use your phone, but as I'm filming on my phone, I'll show you how you get in using one of these Tesla cards. You actually get two of them with the car. One of them's in here, but I'll just use this for an example. So what you do is, it's got a little camera there and it's got little sensors there. There's actually cameras everywhere. If you look, I think there's 3 cameras there. There is, and one on the front, is there? Now there's sensors at the front. There's a camera, right where that B is, there. There is a camera there. And there is your big old reversing camera there. So there's quite a few cameras on this car. There's a few on the inside as well. I'll show you how to get into the car first. So what you do is use one of these, tap it on there, the mirrors will open, which means the car is now open. You'll hear a little zzz, which means the car is coming to life and is doing things. Now, how to get in the car is quite different to, let's say this Passat, for example. You don't have handles like that. That's not the Tesla way, which is they like to be different with sort of everything they do. Everything that you think is normal about a car, they like to catch you out on and change. So to get into it, you push the big bit in, pull the little bit, and you're in. Simple as that. Everything on this car is electric, obviously, being a Tesla. So when you get in, you put the card there, and we shut the door. Now, to start, actually this is quite a cool thing. So when I say open the door, I'm going to try and show you as much as I can with just like living with the car. So to open the door, you think, well, that's got to be simple, that's just a door pull. Nope, once again, being Tesla, everything you think you know about a car, they change. So as you get out of the car, there's a little button there which you press, and it gives you a little bit of assistance. Opening the door gives you a little bit of a push. Start the car, I'll just show you. So when you get in the car, the seat goes back to a normal position, which is its sort of default position, and so does the steering wheel. But you get in the car, depending on which key you have and which phone you have, and which profile you're driving it on, you get in, and you've obviously preset the seat and the steering wheel to how you like it. So you get in, put your foot on the brake, and then the steering wheel and the seat will, there you go, come forward to how I like to drive. So that's quite a cool thing, and that's standard on all Teslas really, which is obviously not standard on most normal cars. But that's another nice thing that Tesla do. Another thing is bonnet or fruit and boot. You can't open them from the outside, you've got to open them in the car. So if I wanted to open the fruit, I just press that. Still, every time you open it, or every time you go and get shopping, we still put stuff in the boot. We went the other day and we put our shopping in the boot, and then you sort of stand and think, hang on, we could put it in the fruit, but it just doesn't sort of register. You've got to force yourself to do it because you're so used to putting stuff in the back of the car. But it's a good little space. It is handy. You could fit, 4 or 5 full bags of shopping in there. And you've got little things to hang them off. Up here you can hang your shopping with these little things. You obviously got the Tesla survival pack in there, but it's quite a smart little space. Weird, but smart. So yeah, that's quite cool. The other thing is the white interior. Think about that. I love it personally. I think it makes the car look really, really bright inside, and really, really nice, and quite an occasion to be in. Every time you get in the car, you think, oh, this is different, which is quite cool. Another thing is this glorious full-length panoramic sunroof, which is amazing. And on a sunny day like today, like you can see outside, the sun is beating down on the roof of this car, and it's as cool as anything in here. And I've had all the doors shut for quite a while now, and it's as cool as anything. The Passat, on the other hand, is roasting in there, and that hasn't even got a sunroof. So I don't know what sort of UV protection they put on this, but it blooming works. The speaker system is ridiculous. I think that all along the front, you can see right up against this little bit, right up against the windscreen. I think that's sort of like a sound bar that goes all the way across the front of the car, and obviously you've got your usual speakers up there, at the back you've got two big subwoofers either side of the back of the car. I think there's something like 14 speakers in total, which is ridiculous, but Tesla do like to go over the top, and it does sound amazing. It's the only sound you hear, but it does sound good. Another thing that's quite cool is these usually just have a hole in the middle where you put stuff. That's one thing car manufacturers quite like to save money on. They don't make anything fancy in the middle, they just put a hole. So you can put your phone, you put your drink there or something. Not Tesla. Tesla have turned this into sort of a, I won't go as far as piece of art, but a very pretty little mechanism, I think. So these two are held down by magnets, these two little covers. So if you press this one, it folds up, and you press this one here, it folds down, which is quite nice. And the storage in here is mad. You see how far down this goes. And when we had a pint of milk in there yesterday, which, I mean, usually in most cars you only put your phone in there, but that's another great thing about Tesla that they do. And there's just a lot of storage in there, really, and everything's sort of the right height. Like that little armrest is the perfect height, and everything's sort of that nice squidgy material, especially on here. It's that lovely squidgy material that doesn't feel cheap, and there's no really plasticky. The only plasticky bit is down here, which you can hear. But the main thing, obviously, to get used to is those two down there. The brake you hardly use because of the regenerative braking that this car has, a word I always struggle to get out, which is strange because it means every time you take your foot off the accelerator, the car sort of slows itself down, which takes a while to get used to, but is quite cool, and charges the car at the same time because it's causing friction when it brakes, and it automatically puts that into the mileage of the car and into the battery. But yeah, the weirdest thing is no gears, just having these drive selects and these two little toggles on there, really. That's very strange, but I think I said to you guys, this obviously isn't my car, as I'm 21, and how the hell would I afford a Tesla on top of the Lotus. This is my dad's car, but obviously we'll have access to it whenever we want, and we can film with it whenever we want, so we can make some very interesting footage with it. But just in case some of you guys got the wrong idea that it's, you know, spoiled kid goes out, spends 50 grand on a car, not the case whatsoever. This is just a family car, really, and a big family lifestyle change. So I'll let you know how we get on with it and everything.
I need to rest. Your body talks to me, it takes control of me. You make me crazier than a lunatic. Liberate, liberate, don't forget me that way. It's a different taste. Liberate, liberation. We ain't got no time to waste. I'm just